So, oi. So, what was the first thing? Really?
Expand on the thing.
Yeah. Just expanding on a few things. There was one or two ideas that was suggested last time, but we didn't really get it into the meeting. So, you were wanting to about some more things, well, yeah. About like, obviously we've got these sort of chaotic apocalyptic sort of thing going on.
So I was thinking like some on the projectors,
Yeah.
videos running of like I don't know, apocalyptic scenarios.
Yeah.
They'll need to do more than
Fallout.
Well, an example was the start of World War Z.
Good film, that.
The intro.
Yeah. Yeah. Would that be a good sort of basis?
Who's going to be in charge of this?
AV is going to be doing the videos
well,
and stuff, aren't they?
well, it's AV and creative design, which I'm part of. So I'll be creating that, and then it'll be their job to like basically get it on the screens. Yeah. Hey, so it'll be my job to get it on the screen. No.
Creative marketing team will be part of like the time where the videos come from.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
AV teams.
Just basically, just making sure it works in the event. Yeah. Right. So, is there any more that people want to expand on for themes at all?
Well, I think the performer should be able to really say if the performer wants a specific thing, then we could just talk about that. And we need, and then we need to think of like what to do like in between.
Well, we suggested that in a previous meeting by having a storyline. So carrying on like from sort of like an intro, like what you said, like we said the other week about obviously having a bit of a storyline instead of just playing like Spotify or whatever or royalty free music like in between acts, and it'd be more sort of interactive for the crowd and the audience. And some like attention grabbing. Yeah. So we want to move on to we could do creating a proposal first before timeline.
Yeah.
Proposal. So we need to get the topics. Sam, do you want to talk about?
Right. So basically, a proposal is a formal written document that will display our. Well, to propose something is to display something. And obviously we're going to be displaying our ideas for an event, what we're going to be putting on, like what we'll be bringing, equipment list. It should cover everything, whether it be the AV team, whether it be the lighting team or the sound team. It should cover everything, as well as perhaps if we've got acts already, follow the acts, genre.
We've got a document, haven't we, for each individual act, like what they're going to be using.
Yes, well, people should be starting to create that now. I think you did yours, didn't you, Louis? Yeah. Cool. Bear in mind, obviously, everyone make sure you fill that document out.
Does this contain running times? This document.
Well, it was a document that I created on Wednesday or yesterday. Sorry, it's basically what you're going to do for your set.
Yeah.
And you just fill it out, and it gives
it's
a general idea of what I'm doing.
It's in the event planning chat.
Anyway, we're getting a bit off topic. So the proposal is I will be displaying to said a venue what we plan on like performing or what we plan on putting on. So, for example, say we went to the Middlesbrough Empire, right? We went, look, we've got an event on. We'd like to put it on throughout the day or on a night. The running time will be said so. The acts in which we'll be putting on is this. Our themes, our design is this. What we're trying to cover, our story behind it, like why we're doing it, like who we're aiming towards, what do we want from it, and then in doing that, the venue will have a go. We like the sound of this, blah blah blah. We'd like to coordinate this, and then from there you start planning. Or they'll be like, unfortunately, I don't think this is the place for your event.
Yeah, they'll decline. Should I be doing that then?
Everyone has to do that.
Or everyone has to do
so we can put all the work together as a group, and we could share all the information. However, everyone will have to create their own individual proposal. That's a part of the spec.
Yeah. Sounds.
So
Why don't we do that proposal in groups instead? 'Cause it doesn't make sense to have like all.
We do
Or
because
do it- I'd
we
rather
do
do
all
it-
need to do one
I'd
separate.
rather spend today and getting all the stuff we need, maybe getting everything started on a gist, because starting is the hardest part. And then after that, we can all like either continue working on it, like progressing it, or like you can just get to a level in which displays what we want.
Because the current you have to like talk about your performance as well.
What you're talking about, it's the event as a whole.
Yeah,
It's a
alright.
proposal of the event.
Do you have to talk like about what you're gonna be doing for the event though?
It's been
Well,
all
your job roles, what you're going to be doing, like actually.
Yeah, like
event.
it'll like include the job role, so it'll be like, oh,
Yeah, sure.
we'll have an AV team consisting of camera crew and da 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 da.
It's more the
Sound
initial
team.
idea.
Does anyone
Sound
like, I
team.
think we could make like no
Harry,
for
what
all
you
of
doing?
us of like what actually.
Yeah,
we
so
need
if
to
you'd
put
all
in.
like to get like notes up, please, because it'll be very important.
We went through it.
We go through it again.
Oh yeah.
So this is our individual proposal.
Yeah.
not a group.
So if you don't like, just get something up. So starting off, while people are getting that up, I'll just start asking so I obviously went through the stuff there, but just to recap, right? So your proposal should include what the event is, perhaps when you want to put it on, or when you're looking to putting it on.
Are we like clear on a day? Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
11th.
But say you want to expand to do this again somewhere else, different location. We could like have this document as a proposal goes to newer venues or newer locations.
Yeah, so document you can easily edit and like
Yeah. So what the event is,
When the event is.
when you look to put the event on.
Preparation time, possibly. So like.
What's the story behind it? Like why do you want to put this event on? What does it include? I think this would be a good like the opening. I'd probably try and get in the order where it should be. What's the story behind it? So we talk about what it is initially. When you look at put the event on, what's the story behind it? Then follow up probably with
what do we need off the venue?
Yeah. So well, first off, before you do that, what will it include? So that'll obviously cover
How many artists are having on?
artists, equipment,
So that's equipment we're supplying
setup.
ourselves.
Yeah, artist equipment setup. Anything to do with the event, like so obviously we plan on doing themes of like projections and stuff. So we talk about like AVT, the projections, like all the display, talk about the themes. What will it include? And then that's where your thing will come in. Like if we need anything from the venue, for one, the venue itself. Perhaps we might need staff.
Preparation time. In the venue.
Yeah,
To
like
set
what
up
time
everything.
could we
Well,
get it?
obviously,
Yeah.
but like possibly a
But that'll come in with
practice
that one.
run.
Maybe a venue PA system.
Yeah, so what we need from the venue, staff, venue itself,
Maybe like
see here, set up times, but you can't really go too much into detail on that because they haven't accepted our event yet. So why would we be like, oh, we
Well,
can
it's a
find
general
spots?
idea.
Yeah, we
This
give
is
them
how
a
long it
general-
would
yeah,
take to set
general.
up. Yeah.
don't have to give like the actual timing. Just say we'll obviously need
Yeah.
to set up.
But again,
Maybe
that-
like if you want to put it on the day before, if you want to go in the day before, set everything up, I'd say Ian.
So like,
Because that's obviously another day that we'll need to do ourselves.
yeah, what the prep will be for the event. think the next party would be like cost slash price, maybe split of profits. Like maybe if the venue's really, really dirty, they might be like, we want a split of profits as well as like the bar. Typically the venue is mostly just like the bar.
I think it's a bit too early to mention that, like. Because
For initial proposal.
why would you talk about the price of how much it costs and all that if you haven't even got it yet? I mean, we're just genuinely just curious.
I think that's like a
See if
follow-up
we get
thing.
it, yeah.
Possibly.
That's where you mentioned, right, okay, do the gig, what will this include, and then you give a proper big document of what everything is really.
Keeping it basic for the initial proposal, and then you do the follow-up.
Yeah, but you're gonna think like, think if we were putting like a festival on, right, and we hired out like someone's like field, they're gonna be like, right, how much is this gonna cost? Like where the power from and all that stuff like that. Like you kind of like, if you were to make a proposal like that, you would include the cost like freehand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's too soon to mention it. It's obviously it's not a bad thing to mention. I just think it's something that will get mentioned eventually.
Yeah. Maybe it's something to.
Well, I think. Actually, no. Well,
something
the document like, do they have a PRS license? Because that means we could just play like songs off Spotify instead of doing crappy free music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's more.
That's like the later one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's more like venue, like researching, like the venue itself. Like before that, we probably have know that already. Or
I think we've got enough here, you know.
So, what the event is, when you look at put the event on, what's the story behind it? What will it include? Artists, equipment, setup. What will we need from the venue? Staff, venue itself, PA, setup times. What the prep will be for the event? Do we need to be in the day before setup? And then finally, like cost, price, split profits.
I don't know about the split profits as well. I don't know if that's a bit early. I don't know if like mentioning money at all is easy at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know, what does everyone think of that?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Max, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think of including the cost, price, and split of profits?
I agree with that. Yeah.
1 sec, Joe.
What in the like list?
Is it too early to mention any?
Should it be included or not?
Because we haven't even got the venue yet. That's my
I
point.
think it should be included a bit there. So
Yeah, like
we're giving the impression all we're looking for is diet, money. I don't know.
yeah.
But then again, to sort of side with Cam for a sec, like the venue would be looking for something like that. How can they?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Like
so
mentioning the fact that it's going to be a good investment for them.
I wouldn't come on with like the first thing we mentioned.
Oh,
Well, meet halfway. What's one that we could talk about that we don't think's too early? Maybe something to do with. What about just like you just keep the bar sale? Because we can expect X amount of people to show up.
Yeah, oh, that's it. That's something we forgot to mention that it'd be included in that. Demographic of like audience, like who are we looking to bring?
So like maybe like you might need it. You might want to put the venue, put it as a 40 plus event.
Yeah, who are we?
Yeah,
looking to bring? Age range. I don't want to be weird for genres of people.
I love metal band.
You know what I mean? You're not going to bring Harry Styles fans to like download, like, do you know what I mean?
Demographic.
I think that just goes under target audience thing.
Yeah.
There's not really a specific thing. Well, no,
Because see, if we went to Playboy Tap Room, like we want to put an event on for people, and we want it to be 14 tickets started 14 plus. The first thing I'm going to do is, right, we're sorry we can't accept it. We're a brewery and our license is only to 18 plus. So there's a reason why a venue might like not accept us.
So that sets it straight away, doesn't it?
To avoid any like
There's no point
Messing up.
communicating with the wrong person, is there?
Yeah.
So wouldn't you find like look at a venue that like we think would be like kind of right?
No, we can apply for. Well, like, yeah, we can look at multiple, and then there could be like, they'll tell us if we can like commute to it or not.
Oh,
Have you got ideas?
I don't know. So what we gonna say for this? Maybe like you keep 100% of the bar, and we keep
Ticket sales.
ticket sales.
That's something we'd have to include. As
How
well.
many people are we actually gonna fit in as well?
Yeah. So
What
suppose that, yeah.
size the venue is? So
Like
like,
capacity and how much?
We-
How
we
many
should
ask,
mention-
asking about venue capacity.
we should mention the
well,
capacity.
if you
way
think
in
about it,
before, though.
well, like the actual
I
like
think venue
event
capacity
orders.
is how many we can bring.
50.
What was that?
Think about we're actually like the event orders that are bringing like the people to their bar to like ballad and so we just
Oh, so will there be like casual use?
Like regulars.
yeah, like if we weren't like hosting the event, they might not make so and so money off the bar because
The regulars.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. That's something to take note.
bringing like new.
What
people
capacity are
there.
we aiming for? So obviously, if we go, oh, we're aiming for 50 people, we're not exactly going to hire out with the side for like a massive artist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I honestly think that's enough.
I was
You
gonna
don't
say
want to go
possibly
too
about
in depth
promoting
with it.
promoting it through the venue as well.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How
I
can
don't know, stuff
how
like
can the
stuff
ve-
like posters
how
on the
can
outside
you
of the building.
how
or
can you
stuff
help
like
us with promotion of the event? Like
that. Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
would that be
say,
a
like,
further
you
thing?
remember-
like Q-Bar will put the poster on the wall outside for you.
You've got to remember, this is our proposal to them. Not we can't like necessarily interrogate them now. I think this is the
Yeah, actually,
we're
that's
sending the
fair.
first message, and then after their response, we'll.
Well, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Cool. Right.
What
Sound.
should we talk about?
So next on the agenda was timeline, just sort of sussing everything out, just going over things we went over yesterday. Really, obviously we started the timeline. If anyone wants to grab that up at all, yeah, it should be.
So,
Should be.
Should we start from the beginning with loadings?
Oh, we already have been doing the timeline.
We just did a timeline.
It's in the stage. It's on Teams. It's in the Teams.
Got
Right.
a
chat.
list by the 8th.
So
Has anyone started that? Like, done anything for this? The equipment list?
we use what adding stuff to equipment list for you yesterday. We not for lighting. No, never mind. But as we said before, 27th, getting equipment list in, but also
And your
getting
personal.
and your personal performance equipment lists. So or like personal performance
There's a
briefs.
form in there that like everyone should fill out. And it has to be done before then.
And
If you stuck it all and communicate to people, bigger experience.
What do you want to go over then with timeline?
well, I'm just
Just
this
this
is
bit.
this is what we're doing now. I mean, like, also like with that personal performance equipment list, can you put that in the event planning chart, just like where you've got it from, but with the equipment list for like lighting or sound or AV, put it in your individual team chart if that's okay. Yeah. There's obviously practice and preparation will start in 28th on the 28th of February.
Is that technical?
Yeah, so that'll be technical roles,
Would
lighting,
we like
sound,
to
AV.
book in the studio for the tech people?
Well, we were suggesting yesterday about possibly hiring out the black
And
box.
then individual groups will go in,
So-
so lighting could go in, settle. So then the technicians get a chance to.
Yeah,
have
and
a
then
go
I
for
don't know,
stuff.
maybe just get like I don't know, us three could just play a tune and just see that it all works. Each and we all roughly know what we're doing.
No, yeah, that's what
Get
it
it
is.
up, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it'd probably be easier the sound people going in the black box. if
I
we
think
can
no,
get
I
it.
think lighting as well because I think both
Because
yeah,
the way lighting's set up in here, it's like all framework, isn't it? Where
Yeah,
We've
but at the
literally
same
got
time,
to do it.
like,
We need to
Anything
get
you
used to
over,
routing
everything you
everything.
skip over doing.
So
like,
they're coming back to bite us.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
like,
time.
the one thing that you think will be okay. One thing that'll
Yeah,
mess.
yeah.
So honestly, as teasy as it all is, like
What about
it'll
like,
be 100%
what about
worth
the
it.
video crew as well? What about the
Yeah,
video? Bring
setting up
every-
all
literally
your
everyone in.
And the fact that you have to then take it all down into the black box and set up and then
Do
take
we-
it down again.
Have we already
You
got
are
time?
100% doing what we're
Oh,
doing.
so
Have we already got a
so
time?
you're more saying
And you're also going to
we
think,
should alternate in between, like so, like lighting will go
don't
in
do
the
it
black
all at
box.
once. You don't have to do that.
Well, no, but like 1 week, lighting it'll go in the
I
black
think
box.
I'll
Set
look
up
at it,
all
set
our
it
equipment.
together.
I
I'll
think,
just set it
because
all
it shows
up,
that we
send
can
the lighting.
all work together.
That's
Then,
it,
do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
And then the whole thing works together.
Innit?
Okay, just
Because we're all going to be running around, plugging cables in left, right, and centre.
yeah, but
aren't we?
I'd say just as a like an initial thing because it's quite early on, we could leave it to the teams doing it smaller, like working on that individual thing
That's
without having to worry about other people getting in the way. So, or like say sound getting in the way, like
you.
so doing that initially, and then obviously say in April we do practice runs in black box
Yeah.
or something like that, and then we do it all set up. We all do
Yeah, I agree.
timings, and
So,
we'll
like,
say like
give people a chance
okay,
to-
lighting needs to be the first people set up because there's framework in there, and
I'm
then
sorry.
that would let the sound people come in.
So you saying do practices of each individual?
Practice runs of each individual one.
Because we all need to be used to working around each other so it is efficient.
Yeah, you can
possible.
do that
Like,
eventually. But when you
Well, that's
you
just-
need to
that's-
you need to understand that your pieces of equipment.
Yeah,
So like
I know.
doing
I
that
know,
while
I know.
you need to worry about other people.
No, but we're
is
all
a bit
understanding
pointless.
it anyways, aren't we? Out of lesson, really. So we all should know what we're doing. It's just I think it's in terms of like it's just
We've
more
got the time
dates.
for it. We've got
I know it's
3
more
months.
dates to try and book in the black box. What in case we can't get in there? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I think like if we get one date where we can all, so all the tech is a day before we can all get all of our cables and everything sorted, get everything ready to be loaded in, and then we can just bring it all in on that day together. Get the lighting first, set everything up, and then the sound system in, and then we'll get everything plugged in the multi-car, and then up to the mixing desk, and then we'll literally just strum a card on stage.
See,
that
see
works.
the problem
nice.
is the problem is with that. I understand what you mean, but the thing of like
It's not the way
it's
one
gonna
do it.
like
Do you think it's going to be quite
say
rowdy?
say we do say we have
But we
the
need
black
to get used
box
to
for-
working in that
say,
type
say
of
we have
style.
the
At
black box
first.
for 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
It would take like 2 hours of setup, possibly. The first initial one, which would render the whole time useless. So being able to set it up individually in their teams
But
first.
that's what I'm saying is, so you're saying about that hour there that's being wasted. Like we can cut that out by good practice.
That's but
We
that's
can
what I'm
get it
saying.
cut out straight
Practice-
away by getting used to working around each
Yeah,
other and with each other. That's my point. Because it'll get us used to that workflow. That's what I'm saying. It gets used to that workflow of everyone being on top of each other. Because when we actually all get in the room and people, there's lighting teams trying to get everything up, and then there's sound
Eventually we're
people
doing that
trying to get
anyway.
the PAs sorted.
We're
I just
going to be
don't
doing
think it's gonna
both.
work.
Like we'll
So
do
you're
that
saying
anyway.
doing that on the day before?
No, I'm saying
No,
like when we book
so-
a practice in doing it all at once, we're all used to that, trying to get an efficient workflow
Do
down.
you get it?
Okay.
I'll say right, we put it to a vote.
You think, but we could just
Why
we
don't
could
we
do
just-
like we can do both. We could
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like
it's-
we can do both and learn.
Because eventually, we've got like
Because-
because we've got like 3 months, so we might as well do some individuals, master your stuff, and then
3 months will fly by though, you know.
yeah,
It's gonna fly by.
yeah.
Do we want to right? If you want to do, I don't know what's everyone else thinks. Lewis Long, what do you think?
I think for the
Individually or altogether?
I think for the first.
It's not a
we
thing
should
of
set
saying
up-
wrong.
Sorry.
I think personally we should set up the like each sector individually and then eventually move into setting it up as a group.
Joe Durden,
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Shane.
Well, I kind of agree with Lewis, but like we can need to master our own thing before we can all like cooperate. You know what I mean? Because if you're just there not knowing what you're fucking doing, it's gonna.
It's not that we won't work together. Like we
Yeah.
will get those practicing before.
No,
at
like
least 2.
sorry.
And then once those are done, like we'll have mastered our own individual stuff, and then we'll work together and like be able to coordinate together. But say like I don't know, I think it runs the risk of more mistakes. However, if you do it individually first, you know your stuff, well, your gear and what the crack is. And then when other people's come in and there's stuff crossing, like, well, I know that this is mine. I know that this needs to go there.
Yeah.
And these cables are mine and go there, blah blah blah. And then like it'll just make the crossover much easier.
Sort that.
Oh,
Oh, it needs charging, that's why.
needs charging.
You watched the last
Charging.
40 minutes of that, mate.
It's still on.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's on
Well,
anyway.
do we want to book in this? What team's going to go in first?
Probably lighting.
Lighting.
Yeah.
When do we want to book this in? 'Cause I think we should book it in soon before.
28.
Fall
Well,
27.
I'll be getting on that, so I'm gonna get.
Well, the main thing is to give
Well,
people
I'm
time.
gonna need to make a proposal myself to actually
We all
send it
have to
off.
make a proposal.
Yeah, but I mean to send it off to.
Why don't we try and book the black box?
Well,
out
yeah, stuff
for
like
2
Black
weeks?
Box, but as well as like.
Why don't we try and book the black box out for the
Not
lighting team to go in 2 weeks on the day, and then the week after sound team would go, and then week after that the
That's
video
what
team
that's
would
what I
go.
was literally just
I
suggesting.
know you did. That's why I'm just people are gonna laugh at going off me.
No, like it's just like the gist of the. What we need to do.
But,
The meditation works. But I get your gist though, Elliot. Like it's very like
I'm
imagine
just saying, we need to book a date in soon because this 3 months will just zoom by.
yeah, well, we've put it in a
It was more
timeline
so,
for practice and preparation sessions.
It was more so because obviously we've got D8 and D9
Exactly.
during like
Yeah.
this first month, so we kind of give
Yeah.
people the space to get that done.
We've been trying. Yeah, sorry, we've been trying to spread everything out. So it's not just cramped all in one.
So once D8 and D9's out of the way, we're gonna absolutely like start smashing these.
But we were literally saying about I think it was yesterday we were saying like Jason's like Tuesday afternoon sessions where we're doing the like practice with the gear. We can like say we can book out Black Box in them sessions and we have 2 teams going at the same time. It's like perfect. Getting the stuff like
I mean, we could just like not have the hassle of booking out the black box and we could just go in the studio anytime. It'll all just fit in.
Yeah.
It'll all fit in. We could just
which studio?
Just ours. The FE one. Just go in the live room and just rig everything up.
Yeah.
Because it just.
What would it fit though?
You can't.
It wouldn't know.
I'm not sure if I've done lighting room. It might.
Well, you
fit
just don't
one
need
way.
to put it that high. You put it like sort of.
That's the lowest setting.
That'll fit in the room.
No, it isn't. It can go lower.
That will fit. Back one.
The front one though.
Yeah, the front one's fine.
I think you'll get them. Well,
Yeah,
that'll
but
be down to the lighting team.
Then with the lighting team, you want the space to be able to sort of plan it out because if it's all cramped together,
Really?
I say if you just put it across on that
long as it
wall
can
in
get
the
set
studio,
up.
just grab it.
See what we're doing. Right.
As long as it can get set up and
You could have
the type
and
of
sound
software
team, 'cause we
works.
fit in the studio.
Yeah.
We could have us in the
can't
studio
do it,
and have
innit?
them in the black box.
Like it's not the same day.
Yeah, literally. And
Yeah.
then none of us are like sat wasting around.
And there's 2 control rooms. I mean, could you put video and lighting together in that black box?
Yeah, potentially.
I don't think
Then-
that's
big
as
then
much.
it's- then the-
It's not as much as a fuck on as having the sound and lighting team together,
Yeah.
is it? It'd be fine.
I think. Agreed.
Yeah.
If that's up to the
With lighting,
video
we are
lighting
with that
team,
as
so
well as
or that video.
So we were thinking, so sound team would fit in the studio.
Yeah,
So
big
someone go in the black box.
And then use goes because you need more space. Use go in the black box, but video don't really need that much space, and it's a large space in there. So we were saying lighting and video could practice together in that room, and then as well the lighting's the visuals, and
Yeah.
the visuals come from the AV. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Makes moderate sense. And then the sound team can be as loud as we want in the studio, where we're not going to cause too much.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're all practicing on the same day individually. Well, as individually as possible. The only thing left to bring together then is bringing the sound system in with the lighting and then the AV.
a way to do that, like you said, after we've got the assignments out of the way. Is there anything else that needs to be proposed?
Yeah. Anyone else got any other topics or concerns?
Well, I was just going to say, like, just going over the timeline again. Just,
Okay. You haven't until
obviously, the
his laptop dies.
preparation for the event. You what?
You haven't until his laptop dies.
All right. Okay.
Make
Yeah, we've done the preparation stuff.
Yeah, just need to make sure, like,
gonna get
save
started.
the recording as well.
Social media teasers, we're going to be starting those on the 3rd of March, and then when we were doing the reveal, the proper
They should be on there.
I
If you scroll down to events,
The third of
is that April?
March.
No, that's first initial
Teaser.
teaser.
What you
16th of March is the gig announcement.
So yeah,
So we
obviously
do the first teaser on the 3rd of March, and then 2 weeks later, 16th.
yeah.
of
So
March,
they're the planned
which
teasers.
gives
but-
us precisely 2 months until the gig after we've announced it.
Sounds.
Perfect.
With the social media stuff, I'd say like, well, obviously you're more in charge of that, but like, obviously the TikTok stuff, doing like shit little videos of the equipment stuff, can start now really.
Yeah.
Like,
Right,
yeah,
We've
yeah,
already
the-
started.
But the coordination between the
Check
posters
content out,
and marketing
you
needs to be on the ball.
you can.
So
sort
we
that
can't
out.
make posts until.
Are you able
material.
to sort that out? As,
Yeah.
yeah, sounds. Yeah, that should be all right.